Welcome everyone. I'm going to have a go today at one of these scotlandpaintings.com pictures. I thought I would just show you the ones that I have already done. So this one I did do on my YouTube, I think, or might have been Patreon, one or t'other. So I've already done this one that I did on the front cover of my new Light Wish sketchbook. I did do this one on my Patreon. That's the next one. Here we go. So this one is also from scotlandpaintings.com. And this one. So I've done a few of them. I really like the idea. If you're stuck for ideas, then I think it's a really good way of just getting on and doing something. So I'm just going to do myself a border first. Let's get my little tape out and get this border going. I quite like the fact that most of them are in this kind of square format, and so they really suit going into this Light Wish sketchbook, which I've been using for a little while now. Ooh, where's my end gone? There you are. This probably isn't the best tape that I'm using, but I've kind of run out of tape, so for the moment this will do. It's not as sticky, I don't think, as normal sellotape, and I can't remember what it was called, but make sure we're up the right way, that way. Never mind, it's doing the job, as they say. Right, I'm going to need a clip. So we've got that there. So let me show you them. These are scotlandpaintings.com. They are all paintings that are based in Scotland. You can order actual prints. You can have them in different sizes, different frames. But you can also do these downloads, as they're called. They cost £9.99. And so with these downloads, I've shown these before, but I will do it again. You get this colour wheel. You get the picture done in a grid format to help you. You get the monochrome, the black and white. This helps you to see where your lights, your mids and your darks are. You do get a sketch and much more. But I find that those pages are enough for me to do what I want to do. Yes, if you send a message, send an email to scotlandpaintings.com once you've received it, and you send your picture in, quite often they will offer you another free one. Yes, you can use these as copyright free. So I need to get a little bit of a sketch in, I think. Let's find a pencil. There we go. This is my little Blackwing pencil. Looks like my rubber has got stuck, but that's fine. Let's hope we won't need that. So let's see then. Let's try and get a little bit of I might have to do this on the side for me. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a line going on for the bottom of these houses. fact, that goes up a bit there, doesn't it? So we will. And I'm not going to be a perfectionist about this. I am literally just going to kind of do my best, but not get all you know, worried about it, basically. One can go down there, one comes across there. We've got a little bit of a line going across there. This one comes right down and across, and we've even got some kind of lines going along like this. Most of these, I think, have probably been done with acrylics, but I don't really use acrylics, so I will just be doing my best with some watercolour. So I'm going to start with this house here, because I've got a bit of a landmark there, if you like. So let's get this house in, and yeah, let's pop you. I probably won't be doing as many houses as they've got on here. We will see. We will see what we can get in. And then next to that, we've got this house here. And that goes up and across. And it's got a bit of a kind of a squarer roof. So we will get that in. Another single chimney there. And we'll just do that across like that. Okay, then we've got this this bit of kind of wall coming down, and then we've got another house here. So mine's already not the same as theirs because I'm not going to be able to fit as much in, but that's okay. Something like that anyway. And this has got a couple of chimneys on. So we need to get something over here. Let's see if we can get, got like a chimney showing and a bit of a brick wall. And then we've got this coming down here, like so, into like a V, that bit across there. So we've got a little window there, we've got a door there, and we've got the chimney for that one there. So we've got that one, we've got that one, got that one. Okay. Let's get some windows in here, and then we've got something like that, and then this one is a bit taller, like so. In fact, I've done that kind of wrong, haven't I? We need that coming across and down and down. And there we go. We're kind of building it up, aren't we? And then at the back of this one, we've got, we can do that going right across now, I think, because I'm definitely not going to get all of these in. and then that can go across like that, and can go like that, and then we can have some of this boarding going on like so. Okay, now so that I've got a bit of sky, I'm going to leave mine like that. So there we go. You can see I haven't really, maybe we could get one more little kind of roof showing at the back here. So this is me now definitely adapting it. And then we could maybe have something that's kind of like that in the back there. I think that will do. Okay, there we go. We have got a bit of a picture that is just a version of. So now I need to try and find some colours. So let's just move this over a minute, like so. And I think because they're out, I'm going to be using my Rosa Gallery paints. And the Rosa Gallery paints are these ones in the whole pans. The ones going around the bottom are a real mixture. I'll bring my thing in. They're a real mixture of Daniel Smith, Shinhan, Mimery Blue, Rembrandt, Jackson's. So there's a real mixture in these ones going around here. But I think I'll try and stick to my Rosa Gallery ones. So let's see what colours we want. Get a little bit of test paper, some water, and let's get my trusty brushes out, my Escoda Perlas. Okay, so to do my testing, I'm going to use my size 8. Is that an 8? Yeah, it's an 8. So I think, I know I need this kind of terracotta colour. So I'm going to take quinacridone gold. In fact, that might work on its own. Now I will darken it down a bit. Let's then add a little bit of madder brown. That's too red. Okay, let's not do that then. Let's take our quinacridone gold again then. And try mixing it with a little bit of the golden brown. And I think that's probably not too bad a colour. How are we doing? Maybe we need a bit more of the quinacridone gold in it. But I think that will... No, it's not good enough. Let's add a bit more. That's better. That's got a little bit more of an orangey tinge to it. But I will be using my madder brown. We need a grey. We've got a Payne's grey. Let's go with that. And then we also need a much lighter colour. Now I'm actually going to use, what is this called? Oh, this is buff titanium. Okay. So I'm going to add buff titanium to this, which is not, it's is it Jackson's? Yeah, this is Jackson's buff titanium, which is quite nice. There we go. And maybe we'll take this madder brown, and I think if I use combinations of those colours, that will probably work quite nicely. Let me just see what their colour palette looked like. Let's have a look. Okay, so they've got the colours down here. And yeah, it's fairly similar-ish if I water down my Payne's Grey, and I think that's going to work. I think that'll be fine. So that is my colour palette. It's quinacridone gold, golden brown, madder brown, Payne's Grey, and buff titanium, and that's just a kind of a mix. Right, okay. Maybe I ought to put the quinacridone gold on its own here so that we can see it. Quinacridone, yeah. Right. Got my little colour palette. Where to start then? Well, I could start by doing some roofs. Let's start by doing some roofs. So I think I'm going to need quite a small brush. I've pulled out my Fibonacci 0.1. It's a little bit like a rigger, really. So I'm going to give that a go. And let's start by putting a nice red roof on this one. Okay, we've got our little red roof there. And while we've got that out, there's another one that's going to have a red roof. Let's put, I'm not going to stick to their picture now. I'm just going to be doing my thing. And then some of these little chimney tops can be red. Well, red, but like that. Right, now I want greys and variations of greys. So let's take our Payne's Grey, and I'm just going to water it down quite a lot and go to one that, there we go. And I might actually go over these with like a fine liner or my carbon platinum pen to define them better at the end. But first of all, I'm going to get my roofs in, and I think I'm just going to add a little bit of brown to my Payne's Grey to get a slightly different colour at the top here. that one's a really dark roof. There we go. Right, what we've got left, we've got a roof there and a roof there. Okay. So that should be dry enough now. Let's get this lighter grey in here, like so. And then I think we need to go back to our orangey colour here to ring the changes a bit. Okay, so we've got some little rooftops going on. I need them to dry before I can probably do anything else. So I might start doing some of this down the bottom here. Let's go back to my size 8. Take my buff titanium. I'm sorry that you can't. Maybe I could do it the other way around. Hold on. There, then you can see my mucky mixing palette, can't you? So I'm going to get some of this detail in down here now while those rooftops dry. So I'm going to get some buff titanium in there as a starting point. But it's not all the same colour. Where's my brown gone? There you are. So I do need to get some of this brown in there and get some kind of other detail going on. And I've purposely done that wet so that it adds some kind of detail. Okay, let's go back to our buff titanium, because the top of this wall is in that buff titanium, but then it goes into, yeah, that's the one, into the kind of Payne's grey at the bottom here. Isn't that lovely how it's just doing its own lovely thing? And I'm going to be adding in, I might use, see we've got these kind of gritty lines, I might use my bleed proof white for that in a bit. Right, let's stick with this kind of grey but much lighter. And also add in a little bit of our quinacridone gold. And we'll have that in there. Back to my buff titanium. For that one. And then back to a very watered down grey for this one. And as I said, they can mix and merge. I'm not I'm going to use my pen. I can get all the details in later. I just want to get this kind of medley of colours. Medley of colours, gosh, wow, where did that come from? Oh, at this time in the morning as well. And then we want a darker one at the bottom here. Like that. So we've got all this loveliness going on. And then we just need to get some of this detail at the bottom here. And so I'm just going to be giving the impression of I did that colour. I need the buff titanium. There you are. Maybe just get a bit of you in there as well. So we've just got this. And then I'm going to water that right down. Of course, this won't be how the original artist did this. Or computer, I'm not sure really, but so, and then I need to echo more of that. This this kind of darker bit down the bottom here. Okay, so I think you can see I am, yeah, but let's not panic, because once I get my pen out, my bleed proof white, I think we will be fine. Now, can I do, no, I'm going to dry this next. Let's dry this and I'll come back to you. That's when my mouse will let me, okay, pause for a moment. Okay, back soon. Okay then, now, I think I need to make some space on my palette. So let's just, this is how us artists work. We're not. There we go. There's a space. That'll do. Right, I want to get some colours in for the houses now. Which brush should I use? Maybe I'm going to use my smaller brush. But to mix some colours up, I'm going to take the brown and the Payne's grey, because then I can use that really watered down for some of the houses. I want to take my buff titanium and we'll take a little bit of the, what was that, the madder brown, wasn't it? So as I can get a bit of a pinky hue. And then for some, we'll take the buff titanium and the golden brown. We'll just add a little bit of that in. So then I've got 3 colours for my houses. But really, I'm going to water them right down. So I think let's do this kind of wall here in this really light mixture. And then let's take this colour here for this house. Okay, and then a bit of this one. And you'll see I'm not particularly cleaning my brush off either. I just want it all to merge so as I get lots of different tones basically. There we go. And then we can do, let's use that same colour over here for this one. And then on the other side, I have this light grey brown colour. Okay, let's go with that colour there. Oh, got my fingers in it as usual. Quite fiddly this, I would have to say. Oh, it's fine. Okay, so you can see we've got lots of different tones because I just keep swapping and changing and adding a bit of a different colour to each one. Let's do you next. I'm moving about to give it a bit of a chance to dry, but if I do get bleeds from one into another, I'm just going to let that happen. Okay. Let's try and see what this colour is going to look like. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go back to our light grey one then. No, maybe not. What do we want in there? Let's go with the more pinky one. Gone silent, haven't I? Because it's quite fiddly. And I think we're going to have to go back to our lighter grey in here. Like that. There we are, look. That's not looking too bad. What about some of these chimneys? Maybe we'll leave some of them white, because when I do my pen work, that might work quite nicely. I can't do the windows yet, or the doors, until some of that is dry. So let's maybe get a sky in. So if you look at this, it's not showing up terribly well, but it really is just a creamy, pale, creamy apricot-y colour. So I think I'm just going to mix these together so as I get some kind of a pale type colour. I'm going to turn it round so that it's easier for me to get to, and I'm going to get this very pale sky in. There, I think that's doing the job. Like that. Right, let's turn you back around the right way. There, now we've got this very kind of pale sky. Now I need to make sure I've got some real darks in here, which I don't particularly have at the moment. So I am going to go back into my Payne's Grey, and I'm going to get some really quite dark bits in. So we'll make that quite dark. We'll darken this up. And then we don't want harsh lines on this one anyway. So that's just with a damp brush. Help that to move about a bit. Right, so we've got quite a dark one there. We've got a couple of dark bits there. I think I need to darken up another roof, basically. So go into my Payne's Grey again, and I think we will have this roof and darken it up. Like that. And now you can see the difference that it makes once you get, I'll even darken this bit up. Once you've got a few more darks, everything starts to pop a little bit more. And in fact, I'm even, this isn't on their picture, but it doesn't matter. I am even going to use this madder brown, which is quite a reddy brown, and I'm going to just allow one of these roofs to pop like that. There, I think that helps, but I'm going to echo that, I think, by giving this house door in that colour there, and I think that that really helps. Okay, so I'm going to dry this. I'm going to come back with my pen and see what we can do next. Okay, so I've dried that a bit. I've pulled out my carbon platinum pen, ink pen, and that's got non-soluble ink in it, and I've also pulled out my Payne's Grey Luminance. It's number 508. Because I'm umming and ahhing between whether to use this or this. I'm going to start by using the Luminance pencil, I think, and then I'll see what that looks like and see whether I do need to go over with anything else. But I just want to get some of this detail in. Yeah, I think I might stick with the Luminance pencil. Okay. And this is just going to tidy this up a bit more, I think. Right, I know I'm wiggling about here, so I'm at the right angle to draw. And I think I can even do these windows and doors with this. We'll see. If I need to go over with the pen afterwards, I can. But I'm just going to use this for now. Mm. Hmm. There we go. I don't think that's looking too bad, but I need to get, I'm just trying to think how I can kind of get this kind of effect going on, but we will see. I think I'm going to, I want a little bit more red in here. I don't think there's enough of that red echoing. Just get a damp brush and blend that in a bit more. There we go. I think that's better. I think I just needed more of that red. Right, I just quickly need to dry that. Okay, I'm going to try using this jelly roll. This is a number 10, jelly roll 10, white one. And I'm going to just see what happens. We'll give it a go. It could be a disaster, but we'll see. Oh, oh, no, not a disaster. So let's just, and then we want it's not working very well with these clips and things. Let's move you out the way a minute now. I want to go onto there a bit, like that. Okay. Now I need to go very faintly, but then maybe a bit more. Well, we're kind of getting it. Okay. I'm just doing it really faintly over these sections. It is kind of doing it. And then maybe we can go a tad bolder. Just have them not so joined up, so that we've got that kind of effect going on. And I'm gonna the bits that are white I'm going over with the jelly roll, just to make those pop a little bit more. Well, do I want to do any more? Do I need to do any more? I think I need to show that there's like shadow on this one here, because it's that side of the house. And then maybe we can blend that a little bit more. I'm now thinking that I probably shouldn't have gone over with these, with this luminance pencil. I think it probably would have looked nicer with a black pen, but it's not a huge, oh, I don't know. Can we? You just never know, do you? You just never know till you try. Hmm. Yeah, I'm liking this better. Hmm. What do you think? I think, oh, hold on. I know what else I need to do here. Did I go around that? I need to go around these windows, I think. Maybe we can put a little ledge on these so that they look slightly different. Okay. Well, let me move my paint out of the way because that will give us a bit more room. And bring this in. So that was my colour palette, and it's not exactly the same as this one, but I don't think it's too bad a job. Let's take off. Which way round do we go? This way. Let's take my tape off. This way. Because this tape is clear, it's quite hard to see which way I've stuck it on, which can be a bit annoying, but okay. You know, I'm quite happy with that. I don't think that that's too bad. I'm going to just bring that up a bit closer for you, and I like it. So there you go. That's me having a go at something like this. Not exactly the same, but it's the idea, and I really like how this came out. I'm loving that, and I liked where I kind of left the white of the page down the bottom here. It kind of helps it to look a bit like water. So yeah, that was quite a good call, I think. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And I'm sure I'm going to be doing more of these scotlandpaintings.com. So I'll leave a link to their website below. And I am absolutely adoring this Lightwish sketchbook. You would have seen my video where I did this. I think this was Paint Calm episode 10. But you can see I've already used quite a lot of pages. There's not much left. Once I've finished, I will share with you this sketchbook that I finished. But for now and for today, thank you if you've been watching. I appreciate it. I love your support. And so please stay safe, stay healthy, stay calm. Until I see you next time.